So, welcome back to Far Right Watch, where we ingest the soil and toil of the British far right and e-jacket over all of your wall and then force you to look at it like a shit painting that your son did. And first up this week, survivor of cancel culture and concretin, Mike Graham attempts to make a living on YouTube. Oh, right, okay, he's coming over here, is he? Bloody economic migrant. I'm afraid so.
For about a month. I'm going to be back with you very, very shortly.
Well, I mean, I would rather that he had stopped at the first safe platform that he'd happened across, but, you know, fine. Because Mike Graham was sacked last week for refusing to hand over his phone to Talk TV's HR department, who were presumably keen to establish if he was hacked, when his Facebook account did a racism, suggesting Britain had been fucked by multiculturalism and asking, why are we surrounded by non-white people? Just fuck off. Yeah. Hackers did that. So then when he refused to hand over his phone to prove that it wasn't him logged in at that time, they sacked him for failing to cooperate with the investigation. Oh man, that is tough for him, and tougher still for the pro stop and search if you've got nothing to hide brigade, isn't it? Still,
if you've got nothing to hide, you've nothing to worry about.
If you've got nothing to hide, you shouldn't mind.
While we're on the subject of unpleasant and uncivilised modes of transport here in lawless London.
Tommy Robinson. No. Well, you want to shut the fuck up, you boy.
Oh, this is a little bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Did he call him boy as well?
Tommy Robinson. No. Well, you want to shut the fuck up, you boy, because you're a mother little fucker.
I'm not sure I want to see an awful lot more of this, to be honest.
Right. Here?
Congratulations. Congratulations. First of all, there's children. No, we do not condone political violence on the left. When they go low, we go get a milkshake and join the fuck in. No, we remain civilized. We must remain civilized, or at least as civilized as fires in hotels or mass deportations. At least as civilized as those, if you can, guys. I mean, just quickly, guys, have any of the far right and their cheerleaders in the mainstream media ever stopped to consider that maybe the reason the capital feels so violent and unwelcoming to them,
has London become a no-go zone?
And that there's these supposed no-go areas for them,
if huge swathes of our capital city are regarded as a no-go area,
is that a high percentage of London just want them to fuck off. It's like, oh, London's a bloody cesspit. There's no-go areas there. There's places in London you can't even go. And it's like where? Well, like loads of places. Like Islington and parts of Hackney and Tower Hamlets. Whenever I set foot in there, they tell me to fuck off. You know, that is not a no-go area. That is just Londoners have accurately concluded they don't want you anywhere fucking near them. Like, has that ever occurred to any of this thought? I mean, loosely related, like sort of in the same vein. Am I welcome at my Uncle Paul's Christmas dinner? No. But do I call his place a no-go area and start running around crying about two-tier turkey? No. No, I do not. I just humbly accept that this is a place that I am not welcome, and yes, there are repercussions to me sharing his third wife's holiday photos from 2019. What the fuck, eh? Why did you share Cammy's Falaraki photos with your mates? What? I like the photos. You insolent little I really don't see the problem. Like, she looks really good in all of them. Then like them. I do like them. It certainly looked like she was enjoying herself. No, I mean, just like them. Don't share them. This is literally what the like button is for.
Your dad's
Balls.
Your parents came here in the 1980s. Why did they choose to come to the UK from Sri Lanka?
Also, we need to check in with the Reform Party of late, who shamelessly aped Elon Musk. Bloody apists!
We need to have a UK version of Doge. We need to slash wasteful spending.
With his Doge programme, the same party who lied that Kent Council waste £100 million a year on working from home, the same guys who, despite saying they'd find hundreds of millions of pounds in savings.
Here's the point, though. We're actually saving hundreds of millions of pounds across our councils.
And who have found none and will shortly have to raise council taxes. Yeah, what have they done now? Well, they've painted the school keep clear signs outside Halfway Houses School in Sheppey. Right. So the school itself has been closed for a decade. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, very, very efficient. Still, at least if you are, bombing it down the South Down Road over that way, you do have the bright yellow things to warn you to look out for the children nobody's having. Like, maybe we could use this, maybe we could redirect all of the Save Our Kids lot down there. Then lock them into school gates, close the gate behind them. Like, there you go, lads. There you go, yeah, it's imaginary children for you all to protect and shout and paint slogans about. What do you mean there's no roundabouts in there for can we get them a roundabout? I mean, I joke, but maybe that is sort of the answer to all this. Is we just have a great big fuck off theme park where they can just live out their fantasy nightmares all the time, It'd be like Westworld, but the conspiracy theory disinfo version. It'd be 10 years to save the West world, or inevitable West world. We're going to have, how at theme parks it's like theatre school kids, isn't it? Dressed up as Mickey or Donald or whatever. We could have a bunch of theatre school kids, but they're dressed up as asylum seekers, and all of this lot could go around, oh, look out, it's the invaders! They run down this little walkway, a little promenade, and then queue up to go on this big water slide flume thing, but it's like a big money laundering, wash your money kind of feature, and then maybe over here you have a debanking section, then over this way you got a lawless London area, no-go zone, no-go area, school keep clear signs, Sharia courts all around it. And if you get bored of that whole bit, you can take a theme park train, like the electric theme park train things. You take that down from there all the way down here, and you arrive in a little town bit, a little towny sort of village bit, and it wouldn't be called Grimsby, it's Grimesby. It's like a reimagined northern town, like the nostalgic ones that Darren Grimes is always banging on about in his shitstalgia posts on X. Wherever you go throughout this theme park, it's just more fake news, conspiracy, misinformation, and the Grimesby bit is the same. The Grimesby bit is like a sort of, 1940s England, when everything was better, before multiculturalism came in and ruined it all.
Just fuck off.
Just Grimesby, and Neanderthal is over here sort of welcoming people in, and what can you get in there? You still get a doctor's appointment. That's the main attraction in that bit. You can still get a doctor's appointment, and also everyone inside this little village is Caucasian. But as you wave hello to Neanderthal, you wave hello to whoever's dressed up as Darren Grimes, you make your way down the other end. You do leave 1940s England with diphtheria and tuberculosis. So that's just something to consider, I think. You can get a doctor's appointment, but it might not be good news. But that's Grimesby within our wider theme park. And to get into the theme park, right, you have ticket machines. And you take out your ticket to put one entrance in, one adult's entry, but then as you put it into the machine, it says 3 adults entry.
And that's part of the theme as well. It's like decked out like a sort of fake election ballot counting machine. You see? Like, who's with me? Who is with... I think they'd all be really happy in there. Who is with me? We should build inevitable Westworld. Can we do that? People, should we pitch this in Dragon's Den? You know, we just got to find a couple of fields somewhere out in Kent, and we could just lure the morons in with a trail of bunting and just flags on every lamppost, just guiding the route. And then as they enter, we just close the gate behind them.
Right.
Watch.
But also, last weekend, Tommy Robinson henchman and convicted kidnapper Danny Tommo, it's true, by the way, before he found God.
I went to prison for it, and I feel like once I found Jesus Christ and I realised that there's a way to live your life.
He was a bit of a bad boy, by all accounts. According to Searchlight, he went to prison for kidnapping the wrong person.
Was it kidnapping that you went to jail for?
Yeah, it was attempted kidnap. We were attempting to get the guy out of the house to basically take him with us and find out where the drugs were, because we were informed that he was in. Unfortunately for us, the name was right, but it was the wrong person.
Which, I mean, you know, I would never wish to advocate a life of crime or to do bad things to people, but if you do find yourself in the criminal underworld and you are tempted to do bad things, if you're gonna do something wrong, do it right. But yes, Christian prophet and agent of all that is holy, Daniel, like Mike Graham, returned to YouTube this week to spread his good news. Oh, good. Okay. This time again, talking up the idea that something was about to happen. Oh. Wow, okay. I wonder what that is.
I just wanted to send us a quick message out because I'm totally overwhelmed with the amount of messages. I've never, ever seen the amount of messages on different platforms. I mean,
how much is the ransom? Give it back, my son. Quick question. Will you please fuck off? Shit audition. Don't call me again.
Thousands of English and British lads wanting to be part of this, and I get it. I mean, that burning sensation which is inside of you is exactly the same what's inside of me. I mean, that burning sensation which is inside of you is exactly the same what's inside of me.
Wait, do they all have chlamydia now? Like, did one of them have the clap and then jizz it into a flag and then they all fuck the flag so they all have chlamydia now? Is that what's happened?
That burning sensation.
Wanting to be part of this, and I get it. It comes from our British history. Our history to protecting our women and children, protecting our country. We're just making sure this is watertight. This is not going to be a short-term thing. This is a long-term fight back.
And this is after the last one that he did in his car. Similar sort of vibe.
Okay. No more protests. No more marches. No more staged. No more speakers.
Like, what do we think this is going to be? What do you think is he's sort of alluding to? Do we think it's going to be coordinated riots, some sort of uprising, a coup?
We need to make a point. A point that unfortunately has to be made. I would rather take one for the team and do what's necessary than sit back and let these savages run riot in our country. Man the fuck up. It's fucking time.
Like, I don't want to sound hysterical or overly fearful, but he's kind of already ruled out the idea that it would just be another march or a speech. So what else is left?
We're just making sure this is watertight.
I mean, it's not like everyday people aren't already insane enough by now, is it? How many hotels have you seen set on fire or illegally entered? How many flags are there on your street? How many videos are you seeing where some formerly normal man has gone batshit and is just running down the street like... Like, what is Danny Tommo alluding to? Because things are getting crazy, you know?
We're just making sure this is watertight. Man the fuck up. It's fucking time.
Like, even at times where you would think you'd get a rest from it all. Like, you know, I don't know, you break your neck or you get a tumour and have to go into hospital to be operated on, or your mum breaks her leg or something, even in that moment, as she's in hospital, resting her leg, her son will be like,
my mum had an accident and broke her leg and she had a cast on. I wrote 3 words, stop the boats. I joked to my partner that we should sign our names on the cast, and we decided not to do that, and I decided instead to write stop the boats.
You know, the mum is like, can you please give it a rest? Have a day off, son. The tattoo on my lifeless limb underneath the cast was bad enough. The plaster was actually giving me a break from it.
Stop the boats.
Who's going to stop the boats?
The financial advisor received a call from Southend Council and said, I was furious when I got the call and found it absolutely ridiculous.
You know, I've worked in some of the most authoritarian countries in the world.
Yes.
And you don't come across stories like that.
Now, why do we think that might be? Guys, people in the comments, people at home watching this later, why do we think we might not have come across stories of dissent in the most authoritarian countries in the world? Do we think? I'll leave it to Talk TV. I'm sure they can figure it out. They're very clever. So, get back to the point, Aid. What are we building up to? Where is all of this headed? What is Danny on about?
Man the fuck up. It's fucking time.
And yes, probably more importantly, is anyone in the whole of the UK government doing anything to wind this down a bit? Hooray! I love flags and I hate boats. It's island of strangers and 20 years for citizenship. What's that, Victoria? No, we can't have a holiday. Book it for mid-May. I'll probably be a bit freer then. Speaking of holidays, I'm sure purely coincidentally, Nick Tenconi, Danny Tommo, and all of the guys from Raise the Colours were all out at Calais last week filming themselves on the beaches. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, did they post any pictures to Facebook? No. But unfortunately, videos to Twitter and YouTube were shared more times than your Uncle Paul's third wife, Aid. You mean more times than her holiday photos, right? Not her. Sure. But yes, the UKIP guy, the Raise the Colours, Danny Tommo, and some others all out there together. A veritable lads' holiday with a twist. And good for them. Good for them. It's always nice to get away, isn't it? Although personally, when I go to Europe for a few days, I like to guzzle 9 pints and sing Steamy Windows in the late night karaoke and laugh my arse off. But I don't know what travel agent these guys went through, but it doesn't look much fun.
Ryan, Raise the Colours, you're not welcome in our country. You're unvetted men. It's a fucking joke.
I mean, just as a side note, just super quickly.
Oh, I'm devastated, guys.
I always thought it would be quite funny to play the music from the Dam Busters whenever these people arrive in like Dover on their boats. You know, so then you get the imagery of the small boats arriving on the beaches, British soldiers arriving on the beaches, sort of thing, like the wartime music. Then people like this lot get confused and start cheering them on. Tenconi spent his time asking passers-by where they were headed to.
Where are you going?
While some others reenacted Britain's greatest sea battles by hitting a boat motor with a stick. Ah, wicked, yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
While Danny Tommo joined in with the campaign to make life harder for refugees, just like Jesus would have.
That brand new engine there is not being used to funnel murderers and rapists into our country.
I suppose Jesus might have sabotaged somebody's boat motor, or possibly he might have kidnapped them. You know, we don't know, do we? We don't know what Jesus would have done in his 20s because it's not documented. We don't know what Jesus would have done before he found Jesus, like Tenconi and Tommo and Russell Brand have done. Anyway, the group went hunting and searching for evidence of illegal migration, trafficking, and more.
Also saying a migrant's phone next to it as well, and whatever them tablets are that they've been given to take, and I've got his ID. Is that a woman and child? Is that a woman and child? Look, a very big one, very big one.
And they uncovered boat rain covers, mobile phones, coats, thick sort of all-weather jackets, all then paraded on the internet, having been dug up from the sand in what the Royal Association for the Discovery of Buried Treasure are calling somebody's things.
We've gone through the coat pockets because they throw all their clothes off. We have got their train tickets. So this guy has been given residency here. In France. Here he is. Yeah. Here he is. So he's a French national from Eritrea. From Eritrea? Ethiopia.
But here is the thing. Did they find evidence of trafficking and false claims of asylum? Yes, probably. Is every person that comes to England in a dinghy legitimate? No. But most of them are. The problem, as ever, with asylum and people who abuse that system isn't the people who claim it, but the people who claim it's a problem. The few men who have arrived here and who have gone on to commit horrendous crimes are actually part of a wider problem of men in general being horrendous to women. But to embark upon a discussion about how men treat women just generally would be to open yourself up to scrutiny and accept that you might be as bad as the people that you've been demonizing. And so the gravy train must continue, the grift must carry on. And men whose opinions should have been laughed off and dismissed in the back rooms of pubs or regulated off Twitter are left not just untempered and unfrustrated, but boosted and celebrated.
Overwhelmed with the amount of messages. I've never, ever seen the amount of messages on different platforms. I mean,
indeed, robbed of a pub or a football game to let off steam in. Still craving tribal ignorance, they are allowed to flourish once more. They gather speed, they garner clicks, they attract followers, they receive messages, till they get more emboldened, more radicalized, and it gets harder and harder to talk them down again. I mean, if you were traditionally supposed to be just some drunk pub bore who bangs on about immigrants before starting his next shift at 4 o'clock that afternoon, but now you have 100,000 followers on each platform telling you that you're a hero. I mean, which would they rather be? An everyday good guy who pays his bills and goes to bed? Or king of a shit heap, but lauded as a hero? Which is honestly, depressingly, where most of these guys are at now. Anyway, that's it for this one. I have to go, or I might be late to pick up my non-imaginary school children. See you later.
Man the fuck up. It's fucking time.